Hi guys, welcome to ASMR by Zanil and apparently Eddie. Today I'm going to be going through some more books. If I can get this guy out of my workspace. He refuses to sit over here where I have space for him. He just wants to be right here next to me. So I'm going to let y'all enjoy his purring for just a minute. It's very loud right now. And I also hear the train. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Aren't you, baby? You come in. He doesn't want to work with me. You know your bed's more comfortable. I need to do the books, honey. I have such a huge stack over here. This one doesn't need any cleaning. It's good. It's ready to go. I do want to see the book. Nope, just a normal book. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. It's called Dance Away With Me. It's got cat hair on it now. Eddie. Doesn't really look like my type of book, but let's read about it while Eddie purrs in y'all's ears. When life throws her one setback too many, midwife and young widow Tess Hartsong takes off for Runaway Mountain. In this small town, high in the Tennessee mountains, and surrounded by nature, she hopes to outrun her heartbreak and find the solace she needs to heal. But instead of peace and quiet, she encounters an enigmatic artist, and with a craving for solitude, a fairy tale sprite with too many secrets, a helpless infant, a passel of curious teens, a family of survivalists, and a town suspicious of outsiders, especially one as headstrong as Tess. Yeah, that's not a good spot for you. Just as headstrong as Ian is Ian North, a difficult, gifted man with a tortured soul. Like Tess, he comes to Runaway Mountain to escape, but unlike Tess, he is determined to do it alone until fate intervenes and makes that impossible. A woman on the run from heartbreak, a man on the run from himself. Two unforgettable people are swept deeply into a deeply emotional journey that will take them to the future neither one could have imagined. I don't know, it doesn't seem too bad. I like the top, the dust jacket. Got a nice sound to it. Nice scratchy sound. Putting chills on my back. If it doesn't need cleaning, there's no stickers on it. There's a little bit of stuff on here. Nope. Other than that, it's fine. Alright, handsome. I think it's time for you to go. Hey, baby. You go lay in your bed, okay? Everyone say bye, Eddie. Goodbye. Go on. Go lay in your bed. Alright, then we have one called Forged in Fire and Stars. Looks pretty good. They're all New York Times best-selling authors. Man, I don't know if I've ever seen one that says just an okay author. We do have a little tear here. It's unfortunate, but that's okay. If you know anything about my channel, it is that we are not perfect here. And that goes for dust jackets too. Just an orange book. Nice scratchy. I love hardbacks. We do have a bit of residue from a sticker here, which I'm going to get rid of because it makes me crazy. Is this my Goo Gone? Or is this my Goo Gone? Whatever, I'll use this one. Just take some of my Goo Gone right here. Put a little bit on there. And we scrub. Oop. There we go. Got some of that stuck to my fingernail. Get off my fingernail. There you go. That looks a lot better. More sticky. Okay, so I have a bit of water here. Like that. Alright. It's a dirty dust jacket. Just part of the book. It doesn't look great, but at least it doesn't have that sticky there anymore. And I may find some clear tape and fix that. Alright, let's get this out of my way. Go there. You're still good. You can go right there. I'm going to put the lid back on this because I don't want to spill it on accident. Alright, Forged in Fire and Stars. Let's see. Ara has always known the legend of the Loresmith, the blacksmith who served alongside the kings and queens of Seitlund, forging legendary weapons to arm warriors and protect the kingdom. She's been told it's her fate to inherit the title and become the next Lord Smith, but since the monarchy's downfall in a vicious conquest years before, Ara has never truly believed she would be able to take up her duty. But when the lost princess Nima and Prince Iman steal Ara from her quiet life with a mission to retake the throne and return Ara to her place as the Loresmith, Ara's whole world turns upside down. Suddenly, Ara must leave her small mountain village and embark on a dangerous adventure where she will uncover new truths about her family's legacy, and even face the gods themselves. With a mysterious thief as an unexpected companion, the dark forces following their every move, Ara must use all her skills to forge the right path forward for herself, her kingdom, and her heart. Sounds okay. I'll have to look these books up. I assume this is a first. Or a standalone, I'm not really sure. It looks pretty good to me. Next we have The Girl with No Reflection. Even though she's reflecting right there. Look at that pretty dragon. Fun. Do we have a map? We have a map. I love maps. They're so pretty. I think of you far away beyond the blue sky, and my eyes that once were sparkling are now a well of tears. Oh, if you ever should doubt the aching of my heart, here in my bright mirror, come back and look at me. This is a work of fiction set in a fantasy world. While inspiration has been drawn from various historical and cultural events of Imperial China, it should not be considered accurate representation of history, politics, social order, spirituality, philosophy, or custom of those eras. Okay. Chapter 1. I guess that's Broken Mirror Pieces. Pretty short chapters. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna get that sticker off. Nice sticker. I love a good sticker. Tiniest bit of residue over here. Just the tiniest bit. Tiny bit. Alright, that feels much better. Alright, let's see. Excuse me if I don't pronounce the names that great. I just wing it, you know. Princess Ying Yu believed in love once upon a time. Yet, when she's chosen to wed the crown prince, Ying's dreams of fairy tale marriage quickly fall apart. Her husband-to-be is cold, indifferent, confining Ying to her room for reasons he won't explain. Worse still are the rumors that swirl around the imperial palace. Whispers of 7 other royal brides who have their own weddings mysteriously disappeared. Left alone with only her reflection for company, Ying begins to see things, strange things, movements in the corners of her mirror, colorful lights upon its surface, and on the eve of her wedding, she unwittingly tears open a gateway. She is pulled into a mirror world. The realm is full of sentient reflections, including the enigmatic mirror prince. Unlike the real world counterpart, the mirror prince is kind and compassionate, and before long, Ying falls in love. The kind of love she has always dreamed of. But there's a darkness in the new world too. 2 worlds have a long and blood-soaked history, and Ying has a part to play in the future of both. And the brides who came before Ying, by the time they discovered what their role was, it was already too late. Spooky. It reminds me of that song, My Reflection, the Christina Aguilera one from Mulan. Something tells me it was slightly derived from that. That's good though. And we have Night Weaver. Nope. Stickers everywhere. I will not let them take me. Probably a good thing. Alright, let's get these awful stickers off. Nice. Came out very good. Love that. Alright. Then we have this one. This one doesn't seem like it wants to come off nicely. Come now. Oh, it's terrible. Scratch my book up. I got this thing off TikTok Shop. It's not the end all be all as TikTok would have you think. It's fine, it's helpful, but sometimes your nail just does just as good. It's a terrible sticker, and it's like perforated here, like so you can't like switch them up or whatever. So stupid. This one's gonna take a hot second. Got lines on it so you can't like switch them out at whatever store. I don't want to rip my dust jacket. Shoo, this is tough. There we go. Sorry if my head's in the shot. Some goo going on there. My fingers can't get a good grip on this thing. Here we go. And before anyone asks, yes, I do plan on reading every single one of these books. Every one of them. Eventually. making sure there's no yuckiness. Lovely. It's always a nice sound. Okay. Wipe my hands off. Yuckiness. Okay, Nightweaver. Let's see. Ooh, that looks fun. For Mom and Dad always believing, and for my husband Harry for dreaming with me. Oh, no map. Okay, you say pirate like it's an insult. Ooh, another pirate book. 600 years ago, Nightweavers, cursed beings with unchecked power, claimed the continents for their own. The ocean was meant to be a safe haven for humanity, including 17-year-old Aster Oberon and her pirate family. But after Aster's brother is killed in an epic battle at sea, battle at sea against Nightweavers, Aster and her family are thrust into a new life on land. When a handsome Nightweaver named Will offers the Oberons protection and work at their opulent estate, Aster is suspicious. As the arrogant and entitled right hand to the wicked prince, Will is everything she has been taught to hate. But he shows empathy and kindness. Aster can't ignore a blooming attraction. And even more, Will opens her eyes to a new reality. There are moments worse than Nightweavers. Monsters worse than Nightweavers. Monsters who may be behind her brother's death. As Aster hunts the creatures responsible, dark secrets threaten to unravel everything she once believed about her family, herself, and her world. Filled with elemental magic, forbidden romance, and breathtaking twists, with the propulsive romanticy about an iron-willed heroine avenging her brother and discovering her destiny. Perfect for fans of Powerless and Heartless Hunter. Do I have Heartless Hunter? I do. I haven't read Heartless Hunter yet. Let's look at the book. Ooh, fun. That's a nice one. I like when they put it on the book. I mean, the dust jackets are great, but I take the dust jackets off while I'm reading them. And now it's nice to have something pretty to look at without the dust jacket. Alright, there's another one. Okay. We have Perfect Equation. So it looks pretty good. Doesn't seem to need much. Seems a little dusty. It's probably alright. There we go. Alright. Let's read about this one. How do you solve a perfect equation? Bend for me, there you go. One sharp-tongued mathematician with an aloof, handsome nobleman. Add a daring group of women hell-bent on conducting their scientific experiments. The solution is a romance that will break every rule. 6 years ago, Letitia Fenley made the mistake. See, when I'd be reading this book, I would just call her Letty. Or Linda, I would just simplify the name. Latita? Fenley made the mistake in society's eyes. She lived with the consequences ever since. When the prickly mathematician agrees to take over temporary management of Athena's retreat, a secret haven for England's women scientists. She is wary of relying on the other club members, and certainly doesn't need help from any insufferably attractive Viscount Greycliffe. Lord Williams Hughes, Viscount Greycliffe, cannot afford a single misstep. Not when the directorship of England's most powerful clandestine agency is within his grasp. Tasked with helping Letty safeguard Athena's retreat, Gray is positive he can control the antics of the various scientists, as well as manage the tiny mathematician. Despite their heroic and historic animosity and simmering tension, when faced with the possibility that Athena's retreat will close forever, these nemesis must make a choice. Will Gray turn down the chance to change history, or can Letty get the root of the problem and prove that love is the ultimate answer? I don't know if love is the ultimate answer. I don't know. We'll have to see about this one. It seems like the old trope formula of he's so handsome and just annoys me. But he's so handsome and he just annoys me. I wonder if there's perspectives. It does not look like it. I guess it's just her perspective. Yeah. Dedicated to my husband, a real-life romantic hero. 1843. Too old. Alright. Precious gift. Oh my. That's a big picture of her. That is so long. This one's got yuckiness on the inside. What is that about? Gross. Is this these are all her books? I would assume. That's crazy. Let's see if it's just the story of a man's last wish to make a difference, and of love, of the loved ones he leaves behind, fulfilling their destinies at last. Precious Gifts is bursting with indelible characters and emotional complexity that takes readers from New York to Los Angeles, the art capitals of Europe and south of France. Inspiring and uplifting, it is a deeply moving exploration of rich territory of loss, inheritance, and reawakening. Danielle Steele is at the height of her literary prowess. Handsome, widowed, sophisticated, utterly charming. Ugh, he sounds insufferable. Paul Parker won the heart of a wealthy young French woman, the daughter of an American financier and the granddaughter of a major French art dealer, as his second wife. In 2 marriages, he fathered a challenging son and 3 very different daughters. But as irresponsible as he was irresistible, he ultimately shrugged off demands of marriage and parenting to pursue life as an international bon vivant. Sounds awful. Now, after a long illness, Paul has slipped away peacefully in his sleep, and his family has gathered together to read his will. As his final wishes are revealed, his son is forced to face reality as an adult, and the daughters see a new side to their father, One that shows a caring man trying to... Ugh, this... I'm probably not going to read this. This sounds really bad. I don't know why I kept this one. This is going to go to McKay's. I will not be reading that one. It sounds boring. Found a receipt in this book and I was looking at it. Look up. This one's The Night and the Moth. I hear this one's really good. It's got some stickers on it. 3 stickers. Yeah. So let's get to work. Only at Target. This one's a nice plastic sticker. Should come off nicely. Or not. Yeah, come on off. Come on off. Yeah, I've got a little residue up here. Just a little. I can see that circle. Drives me nuts. Yeah, we're definitely gonna scrub that one. I can still see it. That's okay. This one is not going to come off nicely. It's already leaving residue. Disgusting. Disgusting. Ugh, this one's coming off terrible. I got scrapage here. Ugh, just terrible. I hate stickers on books. It should be illegal. I don't know if y'all can see that nastiness that's left there. Yeah, like right there. Ugh. Ugh. That's all I have to say is ugh. Alright, let's get her done. Ugh, it still feels awful. Look how gross. Nasty. Let's get a new one of these. little sticky right there. Alright. Alright. The Night in the Mall. Ooh, big map. Pretty pink. Love that. My daughter will love that. The girl loves pink. To the child in each of us, yearning to be special, take my hand, you strange little creature, and together we shall walk beyond the wall. Looks nice. Bunch of kingdoms. Oh, that's a church. There's a castle. The Searched. Terrible. Just terrible. Poor book page. Alright, let's read what this one's about. I've already read about it, but let's read it together. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Sybil Delling and has spent 9 years dreaming of having no dreams at all. Like the other foundling girls who traded a decade of service for a home in the great cathedral, Sybil is a diviner. In her dream, she receives visions from 6 unearthly figures, known as the Omens. For them, she can predict terrible things before they occur, and lords and common folk alike travel across Stonewater kingdoms, wind-swept moors, and craggy mountains to learn their futures by her dreams. Just as she and her sister diviners near the end of their service, a mystery knight arrives at the cathedral, rude and devilishly handsome. The knight, Roderick, has no respect for Sybil's vision, but when Sybil's fellow diviners begin to vanish one by one, she has no choice but to seek his help in finding them. For the world outside the cathedral's cloister is wrought with peril, but only the gods have the answers she's seeking, and as much as she'd rather avoid Roderick's dark eyes and sharp tongue, only a heretic can defeat a god. Okay. So I guess she's the moth. I don't understand the moth part. Prepare to beat your next obsession. That's what it says right there. Alright. I think we'll do one more, maybe 2 more. Because I don't think any of these ones that I have over here need cleaning off. There's a bunch of them that don't need cleaning off. This one does have a sticker on it. Let's see. Just a boring gray book. No big deal. Let's get that sticker off. They drive me bananas. I don't know if anybody can feel that from me. The stickers drive me bonkers. I hate them. I hate the stickers. There is residue. There is definitely residue. Ugh. Much better. As long as I can run my finger over and not feel anything, I'm happy. something at the top of this. I don't know if it's definitely not part of the book. You need to go away. There we go. Looks better. So it's got a bit of dust as well on the pages. See a little something right here. Like a pencil or something. Touched it. Okay. Girl, serpent, storm. It's an odd name. Let's see what it's about. There was and there was not. As all stories begin. A princess cursed to be poisonous to the touch. Okay. But for Soraya, who has lived her life hidden away, apart from her family, safe only in her gardens, it's not just a story. As the day of her twin brother's wedding approaches, Soria, I'm just gonna call her Sora, must decide if she's willing to step outside the shadows for the first time. Below in the dungeon is a demon who holds the knowledge she craves, the answer to her freedom. Above is a young man who isn't afraid of her, whose eyes linger not with fear, but with an understanding of who she is beneath the poison. Sora thought she knew her place in the world, but when her choices lead to consequences, she never imagined she begins to question who she is and who she is becoming, human or demon, princess or monster. Very vague. There's not much to go off of there. Sounds okay though, but I'll definitely be reading it. Let's do one more. This one doesn't need any cleaning. It is good. Even the pages they look a little dusty. That's better. Promises. What if promises weren't made to be broken? I don't think they are. This one's got a little bit of a fold right here, and it's sad to me. I don't know if y'all can see. It's got a little fold on the cover. So maybe on this side you can see it a little better. Anyways, Harper Emery has always lived in the shadow of her best friend Sydney Westwood. My nail is broken. That's terrible. I'll have to fix that. While Sydney's outgoing and charming personality draws people towards her, Harper prefers spending time alone, often hidden behind a sketchpad or a sewing machine, dreaming of a future of a fashion designer. Despite their differences, the two are often inseparable, bonded by their love for nature and unspoken connection that runs deep between them. Everything changes during a trip to Destin, Florida. After a near-death experience, Harper finds herself being pulled from the waves by Cameron Spears, a lifeguard who gives her a taste of the limelight and the exhilaration of a whirlwind romance. A decade later, the memories of that unforgettable summer, the love that followed, and the inevitable heartbreak still haunt Harper. Despite seemingly having it all, fame, success, and wealth, 30-year-old Harper still feels like a failure when it comes to love. But when she agrees to be a maid of honor at Sydney's wedding, little does Harper know that her own happily ever after may be waiting around the corner. So it's a cheesy Hallmark love romance, which I'm totally okay with. Look at all the pretty shells. That's fun. Part 3. That's fun. I don't know. Looks like it's one I would probably read after a longer series or something that was hard to read. I'm going to do some page turning. This book is dedicated to those who keep their promises. Wonder what the promise is. People with good intentions make promises. People with good character keep them. Could have just left it blank. You didn't need to put unknown. Just gonna turn some pages. I love the sound of turning pages. It's my favorite sound. a really good night. And I hope you get some well-deserved rest. I'll see you in the next one, because there are more books to do. So many more. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.